Now, the last link building technique I want to talk about in this lesson is a very involved tactic here, okay? So basically is what you have in front of you is what is called a link wheel. Now, the way this works is you create your Web 2.0 property, you fill it with great content, and you link just one of your keywords to your main site, and you link your main keyword to your main or money site, okay? Only two keywords per spoke, and that's what this is. This is a spoke. This is the wheel, and it's actually a horseshoe, and I'll explain that in just a second. But this is a spoke, and you want to make sure that this spoke has unique content on it. You're linking your keywords and your main keyword to your main site. You also want to go and social bookmark this Squidoo lens, okay, or whatever this Web 2.0 property is. You can use different ones, and you should use different ones. Always change them up. Never have the same Web 2.0 properties in your link wheel, okay? Now, you will then go and build your second property. Let's say it's Weebly. And when you do that, you want to come back to your Squidoo lens and also link to this new Web 2.0 property. Again, use your keyword, one of your keywords, and your main keyword, social bookmark it. Now notice I only have main keyword on this property, and this property. You want to use your main keyword only on about 70% of your properties, and you can have more properties here. You could create even more in this link wheel, okay? And this one would link to this one, and this one, and this one, this one, to this one, to this one, to this one, to this one. You can make these as big as you want. Just don't ever link the last two, okay? And the reason being is a lot of people say that you should, but I have tested this and I get better results when I do these link horseshoes, as I call them. Now, once you've done this, you can, and like the Squidoo will give you an RSS feed. You can take that RSS feed and also submit it to the RSS directories that are out there. Another great tactic and something that's very easy to do. Now, once you have your link wheel completed, so remember we're getting unique content for maybe a Squidoo lens, a Weebly page, a blog post on a Blogger blog, creating a Gather post and sharing it, creating content on wet paint. All of these are social bookmarked with these keywords. Okay, whatever keywords you're optimizing the Web 2.0 property for, that's what you need to social bookmark with. Okay. Now, once you have done all of this, is what you need to do is you need to buy, and this is what I would do, I would buy a link building service, and you can get them, 10, 15 bucks, if even that, and get several links to all of these different Web 2.0 properties. So what that's going to do is it's going to allow the search engines to come and see this stuff and hopefully push you to the top of the search engines, which is going to take this and hopefully push it to the very top of the search engines, okay? The objective with a link wheel is to get your site ranking at the top of the search engines. Okay, so I want to give you a couple of warnings here. Don't leave footprints. So like I was saying, when you create one of these link wheels, and let's say it's for, this site, if you go and create another link wheel for this site, don't use the same properties. Mix it up. There's several different Web 2.0 properties out there that you can pick from. These are just 5 that I picked. And you can have as many Web 2.0 properties in your link wheel as you want. You always want to use unique content on these Web 2.0 sites. You can have, one article written and have it spun. Just make sure that the spun article is actually readable by humans, okay? You want to make sure that that's all unique content on every one of these. If not, these are going to get deleted and your efforts are, mute. I mean, if you're spending, 20, 30 minutes building just one of these properties and it gets deleted, then, you've just lost all that time. And if you do it on all these, and let's say it takes you, an hour and a half to 2 hours to do all this, and you lose them all, then you've lost all of that time. Multiply that by 10 or 15 of these link wheels, and you've lost lots of time, okay? Let's see. Always use different names and email addresses. So let's say you go to Squidoo, use a different name and email address. Weebly, use a different name and email address. Blogger, same thing. Every single Web 2.0 property needs to have a different name and different email address, okay? With all the free email address services out there, it should be easy to do. Just keep a spreadsheet with all your information in it, okay? Let's see here. You can build spokes on domain names. Meaning, let's say that, like my site, The New Age Hippie. Let's say I also go and get, lifestyledesign.com, which I wish I could have. So we would take lifestyledesign.com and we would turn this into some kind of content site. Let's say we just set up a blog on that domain name. Within these posts, you can also link to your main site. And this is considered another spoke. These are very, very good spokes to have. The Web 2.0 properties are awesome, but these are the big daddies, but they involve a lot of work, okay? Let's see, don't use your link wheels in the same order. Went over that. You also want to occasionally, on these properties, link to other sites that aren't yours. Like maybe, like the New Age Hippie, you're talking about lifestyle design. Maybe over on easyinarticles.com, you find an article about it, and you can also link to it. Now, you don't need to do it all the time, but, maybe, every other Web 2.0 property you make a link to somebody else's content, okay? But link wheels, there's a lot of controversy over them. I have found them to work. I totally outsource them because they take so much time to create, but they are awesome to rocket you to the top of the search engines. And it's definitely a link building tactic I recommend.